Good morning, student. We are going to understand next topic, acceleration. What is acceleration? Acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. Rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. Suppose at any time t1, velocity of the object is v1, and after time t2, its velocity becomes v2. Then acceleration equal to change in velocity upon time interval. Then change in velocity becomes v2 minus v1 and time interval becomes t2 minus t1. This change is represented by sin delta. Then it becomes delta v upon delta t. Then formula for acceleration a equal to delta v upon delta t. The SI unit of acceleration is meter per second square, and CGS unit is centimeter per second square. Next topic is velocity time graph. What is velocity time graph? If we take the different velocities of any object on y-axis and corresponding time on x-axis, then on making a graph, this graph is called VT graph or velocity time graph. Suppose at any time t1 velocity is v1, then we take one point, and time t2 velocity is v2, then take another point and join these points by the lines. Then it will be a straight line inclined to time axis. Then this type of BT graph is represented by uniform accelerated motion. If we find the acceleration by this graph, it always a constant value. The graph for uniform motion is shows in this graph. Here BT graph is a straight line parallel to time axis. In this graph, velocity remain constant. So this type of graph is for uniform motion. If we find the distance or displacement of any object by BT graph, then we find the area between two time intervals. Suppose we make 2 points t1 and t2, and we find the displacement or distance covered by the object in this time interval t1 to t2. Then we find the area of this, the area enclosed between the velocity time graph and the time axis. Here it is a rectangular, so we find the area of rectangle. Then we find the distance covered or displacement covered by the object by VT time graph. So for finding the area, simply we find the if we find the distance or displacement by the body covered in given time, then we find the area of BT graph and the time axis. This shape may be triangle or maybe a square, maybe any type of shape. Then we find the area of that type of shape, any type.